Hey everyone, my name is Mitchell Beal and I'm a student at the University of Guelph. Today is January 22nd, 2015. It's around 4 o'clock right now p.m. And that brings us out to here, the city of Brantford. We're on the Oak Hill Trail. And this is for my nature interpretation class. So we'll take a look for my trail guide. This is where we'll be starting here. And actually you can see on the right here, we'll be walking alongside the Brant Conservation Area. And I'll loop around, and this actually connects us to the Gordon Clays Grand River Loop, which is actually a 19-kilometer trail that travels all throughout Brantford, but we're going to stay on the Oak Hill Trail. So this is the trail right here, and we're going to continue on. And as the brochure says, we're actually about 10 minutes outside the city limits, but we're actually close enough into the wilderness that actually seeing wildlife is quite a frequent event. Now after this video I will be posting it to YouTube, so if you guys see anything you do like, you'd like to book a tour, I will leave a phone number you can reach me or one of my other contacts at. Or if you actually just want to come to Brantford and check out some of these trails by yourself, I'll leave an address where you guys can come check out some of the good trails in Brantford. Now this video here we'll be looking for actually hopefully some rubs on some trees, some scrapes from actually white-tailed deer. Deer will actually start to, the males at least, will lose their antlers this time of year. Right around after Christmas time to the end of January is a good time for them to lose their antlers. And actually if we come here on the left hand side, I can actually take a look at one of these small width trees. We'll kind of get a closer look down here. We can actually see this fresh scrape here. Now deer will do this on small width trees just because it's a lot easier to do compared to a wider tree. And this is again the time of year that they will start to lose their antler, because freshly new antler is starting to push up on the old bone, and they'll lose it at this time and grow a whole brand new set each and every year. Antlers are shed each year, horns are permanent. And we'll kind of look around, hopefully maybe we can find a piece of an antler here. And actually, oh, if you look right here, we do have a piece of an antler right here. Let's take a closer look. If you look, it looks like it's a right-hand side of a white-tailed deer. I can tell it's a small deer, probably only 2 or 3 years old. Pretty small antler. And you can actually see here on the tree where he was rubbing. And that's where he's broken off his antler. Now, if you're wondering where's the other left side of the deer, now deer will lose their antlers anywhere from a couple minutes apart to an hour to a couple days. So they could have lost it earlier, or could have lost it later on. So finding a complete set is actually quite rare. And you can see a couple deer tracks here. Now deer will choose to use these kind of trees to shed their antlers on because it's in between their bedding area, and they actually use the Brant Conservation Area to bed in because it's a safe zone, no hunting. And they will use this, and they will cross up across this field here and into this is their feeding areas. There'll be some corn fields or some bean fields. So they'll typically choose an area in between their food source and their bedding area. And I'm just going to come up here and show you one of the major trails. Now this is just one thing you can expect to see when you're on the Oak Hill Trail here. There's tons of other wildlife out here. Coyote tracks are quite frequent. Now if you look right here, you can see that's all naturally built by the deer. And they're traveling through there and crossing up here into their bedding area. Again, this video will be posted to YouTube. If you guys see anything or comments that you'd like to ask, please go ahead. Love to hear from you guys. Thank you for your time and have a good one.